jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show. Jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show.
Join us as we cover many an insane movie and numerous cult TV phenomenons. Are you ready to get jacked up? Are you with us? Then listen on.
Listener discretion is advised. It's a jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show. Jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show. Jacked up review show.
I didn't know there was a thing. Zoom just like recording in progress.
Yes, automated death destruction Skynet voice. The sky is high, but I'm holding on. Because Manny and Goyo from Nerds and Slurred Words podcast are here. Hi.
That's us, and we're drinking already.
Yeah,
so.
that's us. We're drinking.
Yep, might as well, man. Get with
Yep.
it.
It was,
That's
it was a long day. Fuck.
It was a long. It's been a long 2 days, bro.
It's been longer.
So
probably for
how
you.
the hell have you guys been?
Good. I mean, we're in full podcast mode this month.
Yeah, yeah. We have
Half
been
the time.
more busy
Overtime.
than we have been in a long time.
Yeah,
for
that's
podcast.
for sure.
Well, because Manny's been reaching out. Manny's been doing a lot of work
Manny.
trying to push us, pedal us, in different places.
Pedal our wares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pedal.
that just means a bunch of drinking and more research.
More research. Great.
That's weird if you have coin
Oh,
and a popular Skyrim.
at least you're not
NPC.
blowing your load on porn or just buying Bitcoin.
I don't know. Goyo's got a.
That's right. That's right.
Spoke too soon, didn't I?
I do have some budgeting.
He's got some budgeting to do.
Budget adjusting, yeah. I gotta stop throwing ones at the strip club. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Get it where you can get it.
Yeah. Those men have other jobs to
Oh,
do.
hustle.
go to the
Goyo the
gentleman's club.
Chippendale. Nice.
Where they have gentlemen.
The gentleman Chippendale. Perfect.
Chippendale. Oh, there's actually a place here in town. It's called Chippendale's.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bar. It used to be a biker bar.
But
Oh,
is it a
shit.
Chippendale biker bar?
Yeah, that's at a Chippendale.
I don't know what that means.
A
Did they walk-
Chippendale is a male stripper.
Yeah. Do they,
I
they
don't-
walk
I don't-
around
I don't-
wearing-
I don't think
they
so.
walk around wearing jock straps.
I'm
or what?
straight as fuck.
No.
Man, he's like, I'm straight as fuck, man. I can't pretend to know what you're talking about. No.
Nah, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Football.
Nah, bro.
Fuck that shit, man.
Monster trucks.
Monster trucks.
Monster trucks. There you go.
Texas
This is
Gems.
became the NASCAR channel. Oh God. So what are we talking about? So how did you get into monster movies before we talk about the saga, the trilogy of tonight's discussion?
Monster movies. Fuck. You know.
Kaiju
Yeah.
and just creature features, like
Oh,
giant
dude.
crocodiles.
There's a lot of different. I mean, in general, I've always liked sort of apocalyptic movies.
Oh, okay.
I've always been kind of
Zombies and
You like
sharks.
but dystopian is good, but specifically apocalyptic, like post-apocalypse kind of, and even like I'm a big fan of when movies will show you like post-apocalypse and then they'll come out with like a sequel that shows you how the apocalypse went down, for example. So like The Walking Dead, when I was a huge fan of The Walking Dead for, how I mean, right now I actually haven't kept up with it because honestly, after certain characters died, it got kind of shitty, but I mean, like when The Walking Dead first came out, I mean, I was a huge fan. I followed it for every single season, every single episode. And then Fear the Walking Dead came out and I was like, fuck yeah, this is my bag right here. So, I mean, I've always been kind of a fan of apocalyptic movies, right? So, like, you got like Pacific Rim. That was one of the ones that came out with like
Pacific Rimage.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
Pacific
gosh.
Rim job. They came out with a
There
bunch
is a
of
porn
like the
parody of this, by the
kaiju.
way, called Cleavage Film.
I fucking believe it.
Oh my god.
They,
Jim Wynorski
the
versus Skinamax.
kaiju versus
It's
like
amazing.
just massive robots. I mean, like the original
Homo
Godzilla
erectus.
movies,
Yeah.
and then the new Godzilla movies, Kong versus Godzilla, and all that.
Yep. There you go.
And then
you just
I
love
remember seeing the
raging.
original. Yeah, I remember seeing the original Cloverfield when I was a kid, actually.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, well, maybe not a kid. I mean, I'm 24 now, so I mean, when did the original Cloverfield come out? Like 2007, 2008, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So
Something
I mean,
like that.
I was younger.
I never thought. This is funny because I've told Manny that fucking original Cloverfield is a fucking kaiju movie. It's a fucking Gojira film, and that's funny that you say that you chose that like for the monsters and stuff. Yeah, so.
But I mean,
it's Manny. It's literally about a giant monster roaming around the streets of New York,
it's not though.
and nobody knows what the fuck is happening.
It's not though.
Well, he's an alien giant monster.
There's like a few of them, but it's actually a whole species, and they're small ones too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Gotta
Have you never
do
seen?
what you gotta
Have you never seen the movies?
I haven't seen it in a while. I don't remember the small one.
So
Is it like when they're in a tunnel and there's like little things?
there
in
are
there?
some in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But like
That's the
it's
98
like a whole,
bastardization. We're good
Yeah.
at.
yeah, exactly. It's like a whole fucking like
Hive.
alien invasion, and then we find out like in the third movie why it even happened in the first place. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
There you go.
Before, what the fuck was happening? I
There
heard
you
something.
go.
Was that my phone?
I don't know.
It wasn't my phone. Was it your phone?
No.
It was me.
Nope. Anyway,
Spirit
So-
from beyond, bro.
pretty wild. So yeah, 08, this was pretty big because people were marketing it on MySpace, and other than Christopher Nolan, people weren't really doing the whole just what does it mean, going in with no clue what it is. Just the whole I show you nothing and I somehow build up hype. It's like now it's second nature. People do it all the time. Jordan Peele's doing it with his gothic horror movies. And
Dude, and Jordan Peele he's
Came
come
out
to
of
some serious prominence in the horror movie scene.
yeah,
I mean,
you haven't seen
he's
this
had like
kind of
3
stuff.
blockbuster films, I think, so far that have
Yeah.
been really, really
producing
good.
TV even. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that he was originally, I mean, just a comic,
comedian. Yeah.
I mean, he was on Key and Peele for a long
Yeah,
time.
I used to have a director, and I think I told Manny this before. I probably told Manny a bunch of things, but
You did now.
I had a director, like a theater director, that would tell me that if you can do comedy, you can do anything. So
Mm.
that's just a testament to that. I think his wisdom, and that if you can do comedic acting or comedy in general, that you can usually generally do pretty well in other
I don't know.
genres.
I don't
in
know
other
if most
genres.
comedians can do what Jordan Peele does, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have to have some talent and a good writing too.
Yeah.
Definitely some good writers behind that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Nice.
did he write it? Did he write it as well?
Mhm.
I don't even know. He did. Nice. Good for him.
Yep. So yeah, I remember people hyping this up. There have been other apocalyptic movies like I Am Legend, Children of
Ooh,
Men, and
also
all that
great.
stuff. And so it's like, yeah, it's like highly anticipated. And I wasn't allowed to see half the shit out there, so I was pretty strict. So I was watching shit. There's this thing called Mega Upload. So I'm watching this shit online. I'm like, oh my god. That people are going back to the Blair Witchville. I saw how people were contrasting it with Spielberg, George Romero, and even Don Siegel for some reason. But yeah, just the whole it. So I'll just get into this. Do you think this movie is often noted as being a contrast to 9/11? Do you think it's successful in that vision, or if it's people overreacting, or just only more of a subtle thing that's mainly just a monster movie?
Fucking hell. I mean,
I don't even know.
I mean, I
drew
think if
comparisons like that.
I think if you look at the first movie on its own, maybe you can see it that way.
yeah,
but honestly-
I could see like, but I think it's a stretch either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Because it's
yeah.
kind of like
it's
how
about a
they'll
monster. It's about a monster. Like
it's like how they'll label every war movie a political thriller or a anti-war
Yeah,
movie, when really,
yeah.
in all honesty, they're just showing you hell, and they're just leaving it to you to figure out where you stand on this whole thing, what it's trying to say. So
Yeah. I mean, I can. If you look at just the first movie, sure, but then you watch the second movie,
It's still very
which is like a cabin fever kind of
psychological.
yeah,
thriller.
a home
It's not-
invasion movie in the
Yeah.
apocalypse, and they added it
Yeah.
last minute.
And then the third one is like a fucking
A
story
sci-fi-
about how the
Yeah,
whole thing is a parallel universe that
It's a
they
sci-fi
managed to accidentally
yeah.
fuck up because they were trying to create power because the world was running out of
energy
resources,
Yeah.
fossil fuels.
Mhm.
I don't think there's any way you can fucking compare it
if you
to
compare the whole
9/11.
saga. The first movie, I guess I could see that, but I think it's a stretch. I think it's like just sensationalism. It's
Absolutely.
like not like I don't know. The first time I watched that movie, I did not think about fucking 9/11. I thought about fucking Godzilla.
I wasn't even remotely
okay?
thinking of that. I'm more of a visual guy where I'm looking at Easter eggs. I'm looking at how the story's presented and how it's shot and everything. Yeah, it's like, fuck.
Exactly. Obviously the most striking part of the first movie is the camera work, right?
Yeah.
Because they basically shoot the entire film. I don't think there's a single
handheld.
scene. I don't think there's a single scene in there that uses a professional camera, or at the very least that gives the impression of a professional camera. The whole fucking thing seems like it's shot on a little handheld that you could buy at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Like an episode of a cop show, like the show.
Yeah, cops.
Worse than that, even honestly.
like Blair Witch is very Blair Witch-esque. Like
very Blair Witch.
That's what it's mostly contrasts to. It was often called Godzilla meets Blair Witch. So
yeah.
That's
a good.
What gives you a gist? Like, it takes you a while to realize like this is an amphibian type creature, and I had some background on the guy who created it, Neville Page. So he was born in Britain, came here to the States after a while, after being taught at the Arts Center in Switzerland, and his work includes Minority Report, Newer Planet of the Apes, Narnia, X-Men films, Avatar, and J.J. Abrams' latest Star Trek, and Watchmen, and The Incredible Hulk. So, he's had his share just designing creatures and being an art director.
Yeah, that's an impressive repertoire.
I was gonna say that guy's got a hell of a resume.
I think I've always thought that, like, I don't know exactly what he is, because is the creature in the original Cloverfield it's digital, right? It's not practical. Are there practical effects in that?
No,
but that's just it. He's doing the design art and
he's just doing the
storyboarding.
design.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I see. I see.
Oh.
Well, that's still. If he drew anything in any of the newer Star Treks, I mean, some of those environments and some of those like creatures, especially the ones that are like humanoid and like have practical effects applied to them. If he just had designing any of those, I think that's impressive. Because
I think maybe the way that he designed the creatures, especially, probably tries to hint at what his intentions are for the movie. Especially because to me, they look like fucking bugs. They look like crickets.
Especially when you get to part 3, or it's basically a bug movie with a bunch of Starship Trooper aliens type
the whole
guys.
fucking thing is just. It looks like they do not look intelligent in one bit.
I need to watch this movie again. I don't remember them being fucking bugs, dude.
They look like giant.
He's not saying they're
crickets to
bugs.
me.
He's saying they look like bugs.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're giant roaches.
Yeah,
There you
basically. But they don't. When you look at them, they don't seem intelligent. They
Not
don't
that you
seem
can
to have a
see much
goal
of
or
it to
anything
begin
like
with.
that.
But I'm
And
just
then in the second movie, they fucking fly in with a spaceship and shit at the end of the movie. And you're like, oh,
They're the same aliens, though.
they're the same fucking aliens.
Oh,
it wasn't meant to be, but they worked it in just to make it more marketable. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
well, so
Wait,
yeah,
was it really not meant to be?
Yeah, it was like a standalone, kind of meant to be like You're Next, or what's the other one? Don't Breathe, just one of those kind of films, and they just kind of added it in, I think, when producers took over.
yep,
They tossed it in and called it 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
I guess that makes sense.
No, it's fine. So we'll just talk a bit more about this, and then we'll just give our 5-star ratings for each.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, so it is kind of wild, because these are interesting in that it shows that the monster movie craze is still alive. And this is back when I really dug how movies were being marketed kind of like this, because then essentially, people were giving less of a damn about what the rating of the movie was. I would see people go back and word, oh, it's PG-13, it's going to suck. Oh, it's R, I probably won't see it. It's going to probably be lame or too gory. And it's like, I don't care. Just make a good movie. I watch X-Files, but I also watch, critic stuff. So I was like, I just do what you intend to do, and come up with a fun idea.
Definitely.
You're never going to be 100%. You will know that. We were talking about movies before. It's like, the more you watch them, the more mistakes you're going to find. So it's all a matter of how much does it get to where you just can't watch it anymore, or the mistakes just compromise it and you feel like you've been wronged or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, it even goes back to something like Pan's Labyrinth, which has a amazing creature design. I mean, beautiful practical
Del Toro.
effects.
Yeah,
Del Toro. Talk about something that's really out there. Like most people probably wouldn't, maybe have taken the children to see a movie with creatures that has eyes in its hands, but I mean it's still a very like badass kids movie. I don't know. I saw it as a kid.
You think it's a kids
well,
movie?
I saw it as a kid.
I
mean, I don't know. Maybe not really.
I was gonna say
Not really.
with
but
a name like Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. It sounds like a kids movie.
Yeah.
That's why I watched it as a kid.
Mostly because I think it.
That's fucking amazing. You win.
Hold on, we got new beers here. We got Save the World Brewing Co.
Yeah, I saw that one. They have like names in Latin and shit. I thought it was cool.
What is this?
I don't know. Pax something.
Rex
Puck. What the puck, man?
Grisette. I don't know what this is. Is this an ale?
I don't know. Gotta drink it and find out.
No, fun fact. So Phil Tippett's studio was enlisted for this. Growing up, he was like second in my mind to Stan Winston, who had done like Terminator, Aliens, and Batman movies. Like he did the Two-Face makeup for Dark Knight and all that. But Paul Tippett was also a hero for mine because he designed the walkers and the Star Wars originals, Dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, and RoboCop and Starship Troopers. So it's like, yeah, there's an effects god right there.
There you go. There
you go, man. So he's done other stuff, but yeah, his production company was enlisted to create the creatures.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the ABV on that one? That's a fucking quadruple ale.
It's a 10%.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Quadruple? I thought it was going to be like.
I thought it was going to be worse too.
Quadruple, baby.
Yeah. Quadruple.
Mine's 4%, so this is a little.
You want to switch? I'm going to switch right now. I'm the one who's driving.
That sounds like a sexual invite.
Yeah, let's switch.
Right,
just so I can be safe.
Tag team, baby.
Oh. Yeah, tag team. Let's tag in. I'm tagging you in.
This is a hefty bottle. Here.
Yeah, it's a thick boy.
It's a thick boy.
Nice and thick and girthy.
Oh, the aroma on that. This is a grisette. Whatever the fuck that is.
It's very
warning, guys. We always get not safe for work, so
yeah.
When you're hearing, fuck off.
There you go. Try it. Is it massaging your tongue?
Oh shit, that is boozy.
It's boozy.
It's really good though. Super malty.
Yeah.
Boozy,
yeah.
Baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of chocolatey.
I gotta get some.
There you go. Just pull the Pee Wee Herman.
This is very tangy. It's like very light.
Is it? This one's like a dark chocolate finish on it.
This is very like citrusy almost, like it's lime. Like it feels like it has lime in it.
Yeah.
It's good though. I like it. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, we'll have to get you.
It sounded like you just did a Pee Wee Herman. Chocolate. Oh, now you're doing a Yoda. Perfect.
The force is strong with this one.
No, that was fucked up.
You didn't even reverse.
Make it grow, you shall.
I was gonna say you spoke in a normal English grammatical structure.
Okay, whatever. Okay, fuck.
You're supposed to use reversed sentences. Take the clauses.
Grew up, I must.
Strong with the force, you are.
There you go. That was pretty good.
Double penetrate you, I will.
Jeez. I think that one's on a different website than Disney Plus.
Fuck you up, I will.
That's a different website. That's not Disney
Bend
Plus.
over, Luke.
That's definitely not in Disney Plus.
It's a different website.
This ain't the
That's a different streaming. That's a different.
This ain't the Mandalorian and Triple Expert.
You're like, don't worry, I pay for both streaming services. So
Okay.
I get Dirty Yoda all the time. Anyways.
Dirty Yoda. Oh my god.
That's what my OnlyFans subscription is to. Dirty Yoda.
Jesus Christ. What are we talking about? Oh my god.
Shit.
So I saw this at a manga series. I was like, I had no idea. I never saw that at a bookstore. It's wild.
Wait, really? Cloverfield is a manga series?
Really?
Yeah, they made a prequel to like accommodate it.
Wow. I guess that makes sense. I mean, with the whole kaiju themes and stuff like that.
Kaiju.
And I mean, you're talking apocalyptic. It made sense to me how Drew Goddard later went on to do The Martian and Daredevil show, and Matt Reeves did the Planet of the Apes reboot movies. So it was like awesome.
Yeah, I mean, The Martian is to me a fantastic fucking movie. I love it. Yes, The Martian is really great.
Damon.
Not even because of like all of the I don't know, I mean, for lack of better words, like the storyline of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Excuse me. The storyline is not bad. This beer really hits.
There you go.
The storyline is not bad, but I think
Sorry.
the amount of thought that they had to put into his survival process really does well.
The book, I think the book. have you read
Survive
the
you
book?
must.
I haven't read the book.
Yeah, I think the book is also.
Read the fucking book, man.
It stays kind of, from what I understand. I haven't read it either, but from what I understood, it stays pretty faithful to the book, and the book is very pseudo-scientific as well.
Is it?
Because the author did like a lot of research on how like what it would be like to survive and stuff like that on Mars if you were there.
Midichlorians in your Mars bloodstream.
Yes, the midichlorians.
That's my absolute just American dream right there. Is that one day I wake up and I try to like grab a bottle or something and it just slides toward me.
I thought you said that you're gonna be on fucking Mars.
No.
That's my dream too, dude.
Yeah, no. That one day I get midichlorians in my blood and then I reach for a bottle and it just floats towards me.
Become telekinetic.
Yeah, and then I can use the force and just force choke people.
That'd be sick.
That'd be fucking awesome. Think about how useful that would be on a daily basis.
I mean, we only use like 20% of our.
It's either that or flying, my friend.
That's not an actual fact.
It's either that or fly.
Flight would be pretty
well,
cool.
but if you're telekinetic, you could probably fly too. If you like manipulate,
the matter around you.
Oh, Magneto. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He manipulates like the fucking electromagnetic spectrum to float. So couldn't you do technically the same as a?
Does he though?
Yeah. Well, he could fucking fly, Manny.
Well, he flies, but usually he has something. I think he has magnetic boots that he uses for that.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
His magnetic boots.
Yes.
What the fuck? Really?
Well, not magnetic, but like that they're made of metal.
Oh shit! I thought that was the helmet, so this fucking Professor X can't read his mind.
The helmet is so that Professor X can't read his mind, but the helmet would fucking come off if he tried to float
This
with it.
movie definitely needed some Magneto in it. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be
We're
sick.
very off topic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're kind of tempted to do
It's
that.
fine. I don't have anything else more to say, so I'll just follow on your lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else do you guys love or not like about
Well, I mean, I think the whole thing for Cloverfield with me was like the fact that, like, I mean, again, the first movie, as a standalone, it was like, okay, what the fuck? Yeah,
we haven't rated it. Let's rate it.
I'll let you guys go first. So the first one out of 5 stars. What would you give it?
The first one out of 5 stars. I would give it a solid 3.5. If we're looking at them as standalone movies,
which we are,
I would give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I
go with your gut. I don't care if it's got 10% or 100% Rotten Tomatoes. You go with your gut every time.
I say 3.5. That's the first number I thought of. So
I have no idea what's on Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm gonna give it 3.5.
I am on a Rotten Tomatoes.
Alrighty. So
So go ahead.
I will give this a 0 out of 5.
Oh shit!
There you go.
I fucking hate how this goddamn movie is filmed. It doesn't even give me headaches or anything because I'm not one of those guys. I'm into Bourne Identity and Chris Nolan shit, but I am not. You barely see the monster. You don't have any suspense. You fucking hate all the characters, and it just squanders a great premise. And I like the style and the music, but that's it. Like it's just a very overhyped movie.
Yeah, the characters are fucking annoyking. I give it that.
I mean,
good idea. Good idea.
I think a part of it is also that you're looking at it through the lens of today.
Fine, 2.5.
Fuck you. I'm sticking with my 3.5.
No, you can't do
2.5. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember
you're the kind of guy who goes to the election booth and then goes to the other line and votes for the other side.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude. I forgot about how fucking annoying the characters are. They're always like,
that's some
bullshit.
That's some stupid shit, dude. They're stupid throughout the whole fucking movie.
I refuse to.
I remember now.
And you don't know why it's shaking. I can hold a camera more steady than these fuckers.
Dead ass. But like,
they didn't have stabilization on fucking mobile cameras back then.
Okay, 3. That's my final.
You're such a pussy, man.
3.
You fucking crumble the second any pressure is applied.
No, not that any pressure is applied. It's just a valid point. I forgot. I haven't seen the movie in such a long time.
Yeah, but I applied pressure and you went up to a 3.
Apply pressure. That sounds dirty. Bitch.
Nah, time 2.5, bitch. Bring it back down. 2.5.
Now I put more pressure and you went back down. You fucking indecisive motherfucker.
I am. I like getting my chicken, and then
God,
get up to grilled chicken, chicken and breaded
chickens. I got chicken.
But fine, my final answer.
Don't be Leroy like these guys. Okay.
5 stars.
5 fucking stars.
It doesn't matter. We're not doing a total
It's
score.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. He loves it that much.
It's a masterpiece. It's a
If
must see.
we're rating the first movie, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. If we go for the whole saga, I'm sorry, 3.5 out
we're
of 5.
doing one at a time, motherfucker.
Oh shit! I need the ability to rate the whole thing at the end, though.
But it will not count.
I
Just
stick
like
with
Who's Line,
2.5.
the points do not matter. It's just us venting and having some fun. So let us go to part 2.
Mhm.
I'll start off right. So 2.5. I love the tension. I really like the 2 leads. John Goodman has never been more freaky. Mary Elizabeth Winstead once again established herself as a pretty cool lead star. And
You think he's never been more freaky than the second movie? I don't know, bro. He's had some fucking weird roles.
he has, but never this creepy. But
never like
You think so?
bordering the
Music
realm
is
of
good.
reality.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
guess
not
so.
it. Come on, Walter and Big Lebowski was played for laughs. Anyway, so it's a lot of fun, but unfortunately, just them forcing this to be a Cloverfield sequel, it's just like some of the many Italian zombie movies where it's got an identity crisis going on here. So it's unfortunately 2.5 out of 5 for me. It's otherwise pretty watchable Sunday night movie. It's pretty straightforward.
Sure. I'll give it I'll actually stick with a 3.5 because
perfect.
I think it's a really good movie. You know, despite as someone who didn't know that it was just rebranded as a Cloverfield movie, I didn't really notice that it wasn't because
I was just going in as a standalone, and it felt like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Maybe.
I don't give a shit what people are doing behind the scenes. If a movie is somewhat watchable, you gotta judge it on that. And unfortunately, people like to look at behind the scenes. Oh, did you hear about the actor bitch slapped the director, or he went and they cut out all the scenes? This movie's gonna suck.
Yeah,
Like, if you didn't know that before you went in, would it have been any different? No, but everyone likes to ruin stuff.
To add additional things just from the film by itself, extrapolating the art from the artist, right? So as a film by itself,
no rapists in this movie, by the way. Good job.
Yeah, thank God. I was like,
Jared Leto's.
That would have been fucking
no Polanski.
Very uncomfortable, but
especially if the monster had been a rapist, that would have been even funnier.
Yeah, that would be very weird. But I'll give it a 3 just because I felt like the Cloverfield tie-in at the end was an afterthought, which I think it was, right? It was
pretty
added.
Much.
Yeah, it was very much like an afterthought. So I thought it was the whole time I thought it was just a psychological thriller. The world is ending. They're in a bunker. This guy's a real
sci-fi
freako.
horror movie.
He kills the dude, puts him in an acid vat, real Zeta style, cartel style.
I'm surprised this got a PG-13. I could not.
Yeah,
believe it.
It's quite graphic, and so I thought it was just and then he's crazy. The guy's crazy because his daughter or his not daughter died or whatever. And it was just like that. And then I was like, that I thought it was like okay. And then they throw the aliens at the end, and I was just like,
I did kind of wish there could have been like a web series chronicling his uprise, like how he got to be a weirdo. Was he a weirdo, a militia, or somebody guy? Just
yeah. So I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 just because I thought the aliens could be. I just thought it was an afterthought. I thought if they were gonna do aliens, they could have done something different.
Yeah,
they could do something different.
Okay, and here we are, big ass cast with this Netflix one. Zhang Zai, Chris O'Dell, Kubu Mambu Ra, and Daniel Bruhl. That's right, Zimu from Captain America. So, I'll let you guys go first.
I'll let you go.
Particle
first,
accelerator.
You can go first, Goyo.
I actually, out of all of them, this is probably the one that I like the most, just because it's more sci-fi-ish.
Yeah,
and so because of that, I like it more. And I'd probably give it a 3.5, just because I like it. I like it more than because I'll give the first one 2.5 because the characters are fucking annoying, and the second one is weird because of the aliens. So it's a 3. And this one would be a 3.5. I think it's if we're considering them,
I think it's like a steady increase.
Yeah, I think it's a better film just overall. I think the premise is a little bit better. They're running out of energy, which could be a plausible future, unfortunately, for our planet. But and they're trying to find an alternate fuel source, alternate energy source, and then they do this shit that fucking men's realities or the multiverse parallel dimensions. That seems more plausible to me. Right, more plausible to me than any of the other ones where they have like giant cricket things and then a fucking aliens coming in out of a bunker.
Your idea of plausibility is
You're sounding like the ancient aliens guy.
It's
Because aliens.
It's shaped heavily by Star Trek, okay? Because
fuck you.
shit like that shit like that happens all the time in Star Trek. So I was like, yeah, this could happen. But
yeah, you're like, yeah, Star Trek is definitely.
It does kind of feel like a Star Trek or one of those alien type movies. Yeah.
Yeah, the basis for plausibility is Star Trek.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
I'm gonna disagree with you there, and I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
No.
Your fucking standard for movies is apparently way higher than mine.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a 4 because I think the entire movie drew together a little bit better than obviously the other two movies. Again, the premise was great. Obviously unfortunately a potentially realistic future for us.
Yeah, like I was saying.
And also a potentially realistic solution for us eventually. I mean, obviously we're looking at nuclear power, we're looking at solar power, all kinds of different types of power. I mean, I'm sure scientists are looking into different types of shit. So for us to, as a last fucking a last resort, to just send a bunch of astronauts and scientists into space and try to create some power up there, and then it rips us into a parallel universe. I could see that happening. Fuck it, why not?
See, it's
There
possible.
you go.
And I think the again, to your point, the sci-fi aspects of it are really good. They create an environment where I think all of the astronauts like lose trust with each other. It becomes kind of a whodunit at some point.
Mhm.
And the whole thing, and this is kind of something that goes off of the entire series, they do the exact same thing that they did with the other movies, where they just allude to the previous movies at the very end of the movie.
Last minute plot twist. They show the
Last
news guys from part 2.
Yeah, exactly. At the very, very last minute, they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is a Cloverfield movie."
M. Night Shyamalan type twist.
Yeah, well, not even that.
I wouldn't go that far, but Jesus, it's crazy.
Like it's at the very end of the movie. Like the guy finished writing the script, and then the producer saw it, and they were like, "Oh, it's a Cloverfield movie." He was like, "Fuck!" And he just added a paragraph to the end of the script,
Yeah.
and that made it a Cloverfield movie.
True. Camera cuts.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
camera
enough.
cuts, and then you see the fucking cricket thing jump out of the sky, or jump into the sky, because I guess they're looking at it from above, technically.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh man. So we're all scattershot. We're all over the place in this bitch. Nice. So
Yep.
I'm a bitter bitch tonight. So I gotta give this one a 1 out of 5. It's just
Ouch.
it's got a great idea, a great cast, and it just squanders it doing what typical Netflix movies do, where it's like they just wander around mindlessly and it's going somewhere, but it's just sticking around, and then it has the last minute plot twist in the last 10 minutes, and you're like, God fucking damn it, why'd you wait now to tell me all this shit?
Gotcha. Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
I'm more angry at it because I just know it had a pretty cool concept in there somewhere. I've liked other movies by this director. What's his name? Julius Ona. Yeah. And so I'm just like, there's many scenes where it just will static for no reason. You're like, are they shooting on like a red camera or some shit? It's
Yeah.
where are the millions of dollars going to doing this shit?
I'd agree with that assessment. I just rated higher, I guess, in general, just because I like sci-fi. So, but
So do I. I love bad virtual reality William Gibson knockoffs where you just laugh at the cheesy acting in virtual reality.
yeah, like Ready Player One.
There you go.
Talk about a like just like a nostalgia farming fest that they wanted to do with that movie.
I call it part of Zach Kidd's virtual reality universe because they apparently snuck in some Easter eggs from his previous movie, Last Action Hero, and then I saw Free Guy, and that was also written by him. I'm like, this literally feels like the spiritual sequel to either of those two movies.
Yeah, it's an interesting movie.
What, Free Guy?
No, not Free Guy. I fell asleep watching Free Guy. I'm sorry.
Ryan Reynolds did not amuse him.
Yeah, he was amusing. It just wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't.
If
think
I don't
it was
hear
that.
Ryan Reynolds say "fuck" once every 10 minutes, I don't want it.
Thundercuts.
I love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I think he is Deadpool. I think he's like personified as a
Hitman's
character.
Bodyguard, my friend.
My favorite, actually, Hitman's Bodyguard is pretty good too.
I haven't seen that one.
My favorite fucking moment is when he turns around and punches the dude in the nuts, and he like shatters his hand, looks upward, and he's like, "Dad."
Yes. Yep.
That's
And his dad is Morgan Freeman, of all people.
Dad.
Yeah.
Too good, bro.
He's so good, man. He's such a good Deadpool. Anyways, but yeah, I think that's
This
so
is
weird.
fun having you guys on here. Any other movies or shows or music you want to discuss? We'll figure some shit out. Where can we find Nerds and Slurred Words on the interwebs?
Yeah, so we're most prominent on Apple and Spotify podcasts. We upload once
Get
every
jiggy
couple of
with it.
weeks.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
We're on all the major platforms you can probably find your podcasts on. I mean, at least to the extent of Anchor. And which I mean, I think the two most prominent ones, at least the ones that I know of, are Apple and Apple and Spotify. So Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. So we're on there definitely. I know I personally listen on Spotify. We also have a website. We also have a Discord.
And we got some
Twitter.
great tweets.
We have some great tweets on Twitter.
The only one that likes them is Goyo.
We're at
I'll start liking them. Shit.
we're
I
at
like one
Slurred
now.
Nerds on Twitter.
We're at Slurred Nerds on everything,
We're also-
except for podcasts.
They're drunk after all.
Yeah, we're also at Slurred Nerds on.
You guys are in
Discord.
San Antonio.
We are.
Go there.
Yeah.
San Antonio, Texas.
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
Dallas boy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. I used to live up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to San Antonio a lot when my grandfather was there at his military retirement home.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Military City.
Military City.
Totally. What's this movie?
We'll return after these messages.
Hey, feeling down? Feeling low? Not enough podcasts about movies in your life? Why not try
They must be destroyed on sight.
the new Podcast Cure-All? Sure to get you right with the world and on a path to better living. We have exploitation, we have Italian horror, we have zombies, we have slashers, we have crime films, we have spaghetti westerns, we even have sci-fi and sex comedies. So take a dose of
They must be destroyed on sight.
as needed, and let the hosts, Lee Russell, Daniel Harper, Paul Romali, and the odd guest host cure what ails you.
Warning, may cause atrophy, African consumption, black fever, bone shave, chin cough, colic, cramp colic, dropsy of the brain, elephantitis, grocer's itch, jaundice, mania, miasma, mortification, palsy, Pott's disease, rheumatism, scurvy, St. Anthony's fire, summer complaint, and worm fit in some people. Consult a physician before listening.
Did you ever see a film at such a young age it left you traumatized with cinematic wounds? Necrophilia. It's a dead issue, man. Don't push it. Cinema Psyops is a weekly podcast documenting an ongoing experiment on the mind of an unwilling test subject.
No one should have to watch this movie.
Oh, no one should have to watch this?
No one should have to watch this movie.
Surprisingly, it's not a topic that a lot of people really want to tackle.
I'm shocked, prudes.
I know, really.
Right?
It's the next sexual frontier that no one wants to explore.
I am, in the most sincerest of senses, disappointed in you.
It takes a powerful goddess like Connie, jam her arm down the monster's throat and kill it. Oh, I'm still tripping out over that. Even as a kid, I was like, I gotta find a girl like that. Every week, I get a new look of disappointment that I never thought I could get out of her.
Unimaginable. At 12 years old, you should not be watching this movie.
Obviously.
At 13, you should not be. 14, you shouldn't be. I'm not entirely sure even 17-year-olds should be watching this.
Just because you're offended by something doesn't mean that you have the right to demand that it doesn't exist. Watching this film again, I had all of this like little nerd glee with everything that kept
Little
popping up.
history all popping up
Absolutely.
at you.
So I totally loved this film.
Hey, I know why you couldn't see that. It's because your brain's warped from watching this shit at 12 years old.
Yeah, this is a rough movie. I told you ahead of time when we were getting ready to do it that it was
How
going to be
did
a
you
rough
watch
one.
this shit at 12?
Because physical wounds heal, cinematic ones don't. Listen to Cinema Psyops.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey.
And I'm Zach, and we're the hosts of Podcasting After Dark.
a cast dedicated to late-night horror and sci-fi of the 80s and 90s, often found on HBO and Cinemax.
You know, the movies your parents didn't want you watching as a kid. You can find us every other week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, and Stitcher.
This is what you want.
This is what you get.
Greetings, friends. My name is Dean Legero, and I'm the host of the 3324 podcast. I invite you to join me and my lifelong friend Eric Huber to come with us as we discuss the music and movies that shaped our life. Each week, we'll pick an album or film that we really connect to, and not only give you some great info and trivia, but also discuss, debate, and celebrate what it means to us and the journey it took us on. We also look forward to hearing from you and giving us some of your picks for us to check out and discuss. I think it'll be a really fun experience, so come along with us for the ride. You can find us on your favorite podcast provider and at 3324.buzzsprout.com. Thanks for your time, and welcome to the 3324 family.
It's time, let's check our cue, baby. Pair it with a couple brews, baby. We love good movies. We love the bad ones too. So we watch them all and pass their lessons on to you. Oh yeah. Everything I learned from movies helps to make life a little bit groovy. With a one-liner plot, holes and gratuitous movies. It's time to get busy with your friend Steve and Izzy. At eilfm.podbean.com.
Follow us on the web on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The podcast is available on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Apple, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Feel free to review our show and leave comments on any of those sites. Thanks a million for listening.
It's a jacked up review show.